If you've got a watch that's not ticking, I'll show you a few things you can try to get it ticking. I love the creativity of watches. Just look at this one. The watch totally disappears into a bracelet. Now, we're not going to go deep into the mechanics, but I've got some simple things you can try. We'll pry the back off the watch and remove the back with the movement in it. As you can see, this one is ticking. It's because I already did what I was going to say I was going to show you. If you're not familiar with these movements, you don't want to start taking pieces off because it can get very delicate. Now, if you have the correct oil, you can put some right on top of these jewels, like one right here, a little drop here, and put a small drop of oil right on that escapement right here. You'll see I'll pause it. Just put a drop of oil right on the tip of the fingers there. You'll probably want to put a drop of oil right in the middle of the balance wheel, but if you do, it's not going to do anything. We'll take a closer look on the microscope. You can see the hole does not go to the top where it'll accept oil. I'll move it over so we can see one of the other jewels that will accept oil. Here you can see two of those jewels that will accept oil because the hole goes all the way through. Now, there are jewels that we could oil if we took the face off, but just to see if it's going to run, oftentimes you don't need to take the face off. I'll show you a watch with the face off so we can take a look and see where you would oil it if you took the face off. You can see on the back side, there's a place where you could put oil right here on this pivot and this pivot. You can see if you go down deep in here, there's another pivot right here that's on the pallet forks. The pallet forks are what release the energy, so they'll move back and forth. What a lot of people will do is they'll put a little bit of oil right here at the pivot and on either one of these stones. Or you could put oil right on the tip of the escapement like we were just talking about. The tip of the escapement will hit those stones as well, so you can put the oil here or directly on the stone. You may be wondering, like, how much oil do I put on? The more the merrier. Nope. Now, I've tried all kinds of oil, and if you don't have the right oil, unfortunately, if it's not exactly the right viscosity, it doesn't work. Now, the cheapest oil that you're going to get that's going to work is Mobius 8000. Now, this is the non-synthetic, which is going to be the cheapest option that you can go, and it's still not cheap. A bottle like this is like 10, maybe 15 bucks. If you get the synthetic 9010, that could run you like 35 bucks. Unfortunately, I've tried all kinds of synthetic clock oil, and it doesn't work because it's not the right viscosity. I wish it wasn't so, but these things are picky, and you have to have the right oil. So the easiest thing you can do is just get a little bit of oil on there. We'll put a real small amount on these two jewels. A small amount on the tip of the escapement. You can also oil that little pivot right there. I don't know if you can see that red that I'm pointing to. Right below that moving balance wheel is that little pivot. I'll put the oil right on that pivot where it's supposed to be oiled. Now, if you've got the right viscosity and you put it on those points, your watch may start up again. Now, if you're a watchmaker, you're going to say, yeah, but now the lubrication is unbalanced. And that is true, but if you want to see it tick, oftentimes this works. Now, I'm going to show you another riskier move. If you take it and you put it into paint thinner, now, the can will probably say mineral spirits. Now, I did not say rubbing alcohol, and I'm going to explain why. There's some pieces of the watch that rubbing alcohol will dissolve. I'll show you some of the pieces that are super sensitive to rubbing alcohol. See those red stones on there, those pallet stones? Those are held in with varnish. You might be able to get away with about 15 or 20 seconds of soaking, but any more than that, and these stones could fall out. We'll look at the pallet stones underneath the microscope. Those stones are glued in and the rubbing alcohol will take them out. I would say the safest thing you could do is put a few drops of the correct oil in the right spots. To get a little more risky, you could put it in mineral spirits. And the riskiest thing you could do is take rubbing alcohol and spray it right on the movement. Now, I'm not at all suggesting that you use rubbing alcohol, but if you did, you'd want to make sure you shook off the excess and blew it out. It'd be best to stay away from rubbing alcohol. In a last-ditch effort, maybe. We'll put the movement onto a time grapher. It's running, but it's not running great, about 500 seconds per day off. I'll adjust the hairspring just a little bit. Just move this tab right here back and forth. That way I can hone it in to the best I can get it. I pushed the lever too far to one side. Now it's in the positive, so I'll go back the other way and take it into the negative until I can get it absolutely honed into the best it will do. Right now I've got it to about 10 seconds per day. There's a few easy things you can do to get a watch working again.